Normally, when a vice president is running, you expect the boss, the incumbent president, to be behind that particular individual. What happened to Vice President Boakai? He doesn't seem, frankly, to be enjoying the support of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
There has been this friction, although when you talk to the vice president people, they say that there's no friction between the vice president and the President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. During my trip to Liberia early September, I met with the vice president and asked him whether he was going to get the support of the president in a public way. The vice president launched his campaign on the 15th of September, but the president did not show up. The vice president said that as much as he needed the support of all party members of the ruling Unity Party, each of them would do so at their own will. So if the president came out to support him, he would welcome that, but that he was willing to do it on his own power. If he were to be president, elected president, he was going to do so on his own power, according to the national chairman of the Unity Party.
You know, this is very interesting because it reminds me of the U.S. presidential election of 2000, when, of course, at the time, Bill Clinton was the president. And, of course, you remember Al Gore himself didn't want, in fact, to be anywhere near President Clinton. Is it possible that, in fact, Vice President Boakai has actually been distancing himself from the incumbent president, and if so, why?
Perhaps you can think about it in that way, that some people have used this word, the kind of language that perhaps for the vice president's own good, perhaps he should do it on his own, that if at all anything that tainted the current administration, that he did not want to be associated with it. When you talk to the vice president, he said, although he was the vice president for 12 years, he was just the vice president. He wants to be president now, so no one can say that he should be blamed for anything that happened in the current administration, that he was just vice president, that he did his work as vice president, as every vice president would do. So no one can blame him for anything that might have happened in this current administration.